It is Sunday, once more, racing fans, race day. Here we go, we are at Sochi, the Russian Grand Prix. Well, ready for this? Because I'm not. I really am not ready for the boring race that is about to take place. I think that's my second least favorite track on the F1 calendar, behind only Abu Dhabi. It has virtually nothing interesting about it. I think the main reason why it made such a negative impact, strong negative impact on me, is the very first race in 2014 when Nico Rosberg at that time locked up wheels into turn 2, pitted at the end of that lap, and went on to finish the race on that set of tires. 52 laps on one set of tires, which I call bullshit. Bullshit. Anyway, back to the present day, we have Valtteri Bottas on pole position for Mercedes alongside Lewis Hamilton. Then it's a Ferrari second row with Vettel ahead of Raikkonen. Magnussen P5, Ocon P6 for Force India. Nice one. LeClerc P7, his best ever start, alongside Sergio Perez. Romain Grosjean P9 and Marcus Ericsson of Sauber completes the top 10. Then we have the Renault boys, Sainz ahead of Hülkenberg. Not bad. Sirotkin for his home race starts P13 and then Lance Stroll. And then we have the penalty boys. Van Dorn ahead of Alonso in P15 and 16. Gasly and Ricciardo on the second to last row. And Max Verstappen P19 with Brandon Hartley starting stone dead last. Because it's penalty galore apparently. Penalty flipping galore this Grand Prix. Not the best way to announce a Grand Prix, with 5 guys taking penalties. Hopefully this means we will see some overtaking. Hopefully. At least from the Red Bull guys. Because let's not forget, last year's Russian Grand Prix featured, apart from the first lap obviously, just one overtake. Interestingly, both Mercedes and both Ferrari start on ultra softs. Then everyone in the top 10 starts on hypers, and the Renault guys are on softs. And away they go on the formation lap. Yay! Really not looking forward to this race. There are some clouds there, but I've checked some weather forecasts, and yeah. Very small chance of rain during the race, but never say never. We never had a wet race at Sochi. Anywho, let's crack one open as they make their way to the grid. Drinking game for this Sunday, if you missed it, it's 1 sip for every pit stop, 2 sips for every overtake, and 3 sips for every safety car / retirement. Which please let it be at least 2. I don't want to get drunk, but I want an entertaining race. Cheers, guys. Charge up those tires! Charge up those tires! This microphone has a mind of its own. There you go. Bottas, Hamilton, Vettel or Raikkonen. Who gets the better start? Well, we're about to find out. Oh, the Red Bulls. The Red Bulls are on softs as well. So they should pit round lap, what, 40? 35, 40? As Hartley makes his way, we go to 5 red lights. Green flag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the Russian Grand Prix F1 2018 is go! Puff of smoke from Hamilton there. Ooh, side by side with Vettel. Vettel is slightly ahead, but Hamilton has the inside line. Yep, and he moves ahead. Ooh, pulls ahead. He's alongside Bottas now. Into turn 2, don't collide, guys. Ooh, nope, no contact. Down the field, neither. Vettel comes back for more. Raikkonen is left, yeah, he had no chance to attack at the start. But Bottas brilliant defense. Brilliant defense. Oh, well, yellow flag. We had some contact. Okay. Ooh, Force India attacking Haas. Nope, nope, not happening. I think someone spun but kept going. We are on a green flag now. Bottas left Hamilton for dead. Leclerc and Perez. Juicy. So at the end of the first lap, we have Bottas from Hamilton, Vettel, Raikkonen, Magnussen, Leclerc, Ocon, Perez, Grosjean, and Ericsson. Ooh, the best starter was Verstappen. He started what, 19? P19, yeah, and he's P13 now. Nice job, Max. Nice job. Ooh, side by side, the Haas and the Sauber. Leclerc P5. Woo! Yes. Thank you. K-Mag comes back. No, no, no. Ocon was trying to get past Magnussen as well. Not happening. Ricciardo on Van Dorn. Yep. Like I've said, at least we have some overtakes. Verstappen made up 7 places in what, 1.5 laps. Ricciardo moved up 1 place. Ooh, side by side, Max and Sainz. Max goes through. And he's P11. Wow. Verstappen made the mother of all starts in 2 laps from P19 to P11. Wow. Wow. Next up, Ericsson. Round the outside he goes. Yep, yep. That's another overtake. He's already in the points. Wow. And another one. Verstappen on Grosjean. Well, I won't say I'm surprised, but these overtakes are all happening very quickly. If anything, it highlights the discrepancies between you know, the top 3 teams and the rest of the pack. Yeah, Raikkonen had a crappy start. He was under pressure from Magnussen. Yeah, Bottas took off brilliantly. Oh, here we go with Max. Gasly didn't move. Had lights out. Well, he picked up 2 places there. Round the outside, keeping out of harm's way. There are some drivers cutting the second corner. Ooh. There's Gasly. Gasly, after his crappy start, also had a spin. Wow. Yeah, he dropped it on his own. He dropped it on his own. Wow. Okay. Whee! Oh, and Hartley too. Both Toro Rosso spun on the opening lap. Verstappen is P8. He overtook Perez. Wow. Gasly's in the pits. Okay. Don't know why. Round the outside he goes! And that's P7 for Max. What's so amazing about this? What the hell is so amazing about this? He has a top 3 car. Gasly thinks he's out. Oh, double retirement for Toro Rosso. Who's supplying Honda next year? The guy in P7 and the car in P12? Well, well, well. Lap 13, and here's something I thought I never said about Russia. It's all very interesting. Verstappen, after that fantastic 5 laps where he overtook everyone, threw a spanner in the works. It really did. It really did. He is what, 11 seconds behind Raikkonen, who started P4. Bottas was called into the pits the lap before, and he dropped behind Verstappen. Verstappen is on soft, so he's bound to go the distance. Oh, Vettel's in. Vettel's in as well. He's bound to drop behind both Verstappen and Bottas now. Ricciardo is that little bit too far behind. Hamilton still goes strong. Raikkonen not so much. Ricciardo is not picking up places at the same rate as Verstappen did. Yeah, Vettel's miles behind Bottas. So Mercedes are not calling Hamilton into the pits? 26 seconds now between Hamilton up front and Vettel in P5. There's a back marker in the way. Move out, Strotin. Oh, no, they're out. Mercedes are out. Hamilton's into the pits. Hamilton comes into the pits. They can't afford to lose time behind the back markers. Vettel gained a second with that early stop. Yeah, Hamilton's in. And Raikkonen as well. Raikkonen's in as well. Was not expecting this much entertainment. Oh no, Raikkonen stayed out, sorry. Raikkonen stayed out. Oh, here we go. Verstappen goes through. Bottas goes through. And Vettel, ooh, this is so close now. Side by side they go, but Hamilton has the inside line. No, Vettel is ahead. Vettel jumped Hamilton with that early stop. Ha ha ha! Vettel jumped Hamilton. Wow. Wow. Was not expecting that. Ha ha ha! So Vettel is in a Mercedes sandwich now. Let's see what Bottas will do. How did that happen? They should have called him in. I know Bottas was in front, so theoretically he had the strategic advantage, but you know, the championship is not done yet. They should have pitted Hamilton first. Raikkonen is 9.7 seconds ahead of Verstappen. 9.5 now. So he's losing massive time. Ooh, lock-up for Vettel. That won't help matters. Hamilton, you can't afford to cook up your tires. Raikkonen is losing something like 0.4 to half a second per lap. Ooh, here we go! That was so close! That was so close between Vettel and Hamilton. Ooh, into turn 2. I don't think they've touched, but that was too close. Round the outside he goes! Hamilton on Vettel! Yes! Now settle into the rhythm. Supreme move. And Toto Wolff hit the table. Toto Wolff with the table again. That was risky. That first attempt. Too close. Yeah, he didn't move twice, but it was really close. But the second move was class. That second move was class from Hamilton. Well, yeah, if anything, this race is 10, 15, 20 times better than last year. And we're not even halfway there. Raikkonen leads, I don't know how, on those ultra softs. Well, Ferrari told Kimi that he's matching Ricciardo's pace, which he's not. He's losing roughly 0.2 per lap. Vettel's initial move on Hamilton is under investigation. I think the last thing we need now is a penalty for Vettel. Raikkonen's in, which means Verstappen leads. Starting P19, he now leads. What a stop! What a stop from Ferrari, 2.4. There goes Vettel. And where's Ricciardo? There's Ricciardo. I think he's, yeah. He covered him off. Yeah, miles ahead of Ricky. Nice job, Ferrari. Vettel dropped, well, obviously he needs to drop behind Hamilton to preserve his tires. Roughly 2 seconds now. Ricciardo, I don't know what's wrong with him. I genuinely thought he was going to be the one to overtake, Fast and Furious. Well, this is a battle that's bound to go the entire race. Magnussen, Ocon and Perez. Perez thinks he can overtake Magnussen. The only problem is Ocon is between him and Magnussen. Ocon's not doing that bad of a job, but well, he doesn't overtake. And LeClerc is escaping. LeClerc is P8. So on this lap 20, we have Verstappen up front, 3 seconds ahead of Bottas. Then it's Hamilton, Vettel, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Leclerc, this brilliant battle, Magnussen, Ocon and Perez. That's the top 11. Bottas is chewing Verstappen's advantage. Verstappen has to stop at some point. Well, this race is much more brilliant than I thought it would be. Lap 25 and, well, Verstappen's counter strategy works rather in favor of Ferrari at the moment. Oh, Bottas left Hamilton pass. Okay. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? There was no radio message. There was no radio message from Mercedes to Bottas. And he let Hamilton pass. Clearly an instruction. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't, he didn't lock up wheels or went off track. Oh, this is going to anger people. I couldn't care less. It's the championship. Hamilton is through. Vettel is close to Bottas now. Less than a second. DRS, not happening at the moment. This is going to anger people. This is going to make people really, really angry. I have to say, you know, to the people that complain that these things happen in Formula 1, it always had happened and it will always happen. It's part of Formula 1. If you don't accept these sort of things, then you better stop watching, because it'll only make you miserable when it happens. If you want to understand why these things happen, you know, in minute details, I recommend you read Total Competition by Adam Parr and Ross Brawn. It's a brilliant book, and it tackles issues such as these. Brilliant read, brilliant. So yeah, Ocon was unable to, speaking of which, Ocon was unable to pass Magnussen, and Perez is let through to try his hand at attacking the Haas driver. 3.2 seconds is the gap between Verstappen up front and Hamilton. 1.4 back to Bottas, and roughly a second back to Vettel. Ferrari brought a new front wing here, and nose cone obviously, but it just doesn't work. This Ferrari is not the fastest car on this track, and that's really a surprise, I have to say. I genuinely thought they were going to set up pace. 2 seconds already between Hamilton and Bottas. Bottas is sort of under pressure from Vettel, but I think he should have stayed with Hamilton to benefit from the DRS. Well, with 20 laps to go, the battle up front, I won't say it's over, but it is less interesting than it was, you know, 15 laps ago. What is interesting at the moment, the main battle at the moment, is between Hülkenberg and the two Force Indias. Perez switched with Ocon. He was let, it was a team order, and Perez was allowed to attack Magnussen, which didn't really happen. If he pits now, Hülkenberg is bound to drop behind them both, but he will be on fresher, faster tires. So it's not over yet. Grosjean is not necessarily in that battle with them, but well, the big winner out of this battle is LeClerc. He is P8 at the moment, but after Hülkenberg stops, he will be P7. Brilliant, 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 brilliant job from LeClerc as well. Up front, well, Verstappen is still leads the way, 2.8 ahead of Hamilton. Bottas is 1.8 behind, with Vettel a further 2 seconds adrift. Raikkonen nowhere near. Ricciardo is effectively one pit stop behind Verstappen, and they started this race, you know, side by side. Ricciardo was effectively one place ahead of Verstappen. Brilliant opening laps from Verstappen. It was bound to happen, obviously. That car is miles ahead of the likes of McLaren, Williams, Force India, Haas, Sauber, whatever. But it was the quickness of the overtakes, the manner in which Verstappen made up places. So lap 35, and well, apart from this, 18 laps to go. So when are the Red Bulls gonna pit? I'm guessing in 3 laps. There's no point stretching this well, first stint on softs to lap 40 and go to hyper softs. Yes, there are the fastest tires, but the gaps will be just too big. I know the cars will be light, low on fuel, fastest tires available, and so on and so forth, but time is running out, laps are running out. I think both Verstappen and Ricciardo will switch to ultra softs in the next 3 laps. We shall see. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about the other great piece of news that emerged this weekend, that Daniel Kvyat is coming back next year to Toro Rosso. I have to say I'm quite pleased for him. He was treated so badly by the Red Bull family. Not everyone can be a Max Verstappen. Not everyone can be a Sebastian Vettel. Question is, who will be his teammate? There are rumors, obviously, that first Hartley will be retained. Possible, but not my first choice. But also Wehrlein. Wehrlein is looking to come back to Formula 1 with Toro Rosso, basically because he was dropped by the Mercedes Junior program. So yeah, it will be brilliant to have both Kvyat and Wehrlein back on the grid. And that leaves Williams, which the team hasn't announced any driver for next year. Sirotkin did a masterful job lately, so in my book he deserves to be there. As for the other seat, Ocon is in talks to save his Formula 1 career effectively, but also Kubica, Robert Kubica. And between these two, between Ocon and Kubica, I don't know who I want to see more in Formula 1 next year. If it was by me, I would have both of them and unfortunately have Sirotkin dropped to a third driver. So while I was telling you that, Ocon switched places with Perez. They're running P9 and 10 at the moment with Hülkenberg, who has made his pit stop P11. Let's see what you can do, Mr. Hulk. Ericsson's into pits. I think it's his second pit stop. He was out of the points, but I think he's going for the fastest lap, which I think Sauber's last fastest lap, I think it was in 2013 when Gutierrez was there, Esteban Gutierrez. Still no Red Bull into the pits. Verstappen is 2.3 ahead of Hamilton. Ricciardo is 19 behind Raikkonen. I think they're getting ready. I think Red Bull are getting ready. Is Verstappen? No, Verstappen keeps going. Ricky is in. At the end of the lap 39 would be. And the front nose change. So he was running with damage, Ricciardo. Wow. Missed that for, well, 40 laps. Wow. Hamilton closed the gap massively to Verstappen, 1.3 now. He took 1 second in that lap. Verstappen is staying out still. I think Verstappen wants to go to hypersofts. Wow. With 10 laps to go, Verstappen makes his only pit stop. 10 laps to go on ultrasofts, so no hypers. Hamilton goes into the lead. Bottas 1.2 behind. Vettel 1.2 behind. Raikkonen 6.5 behind. Okay, Verstappen, what can you do on those fast tires with low fuel? 10 laps to go. He will catch Raikkonen. I think that's a given. But not Vettel. Interessant. Verstappen is closing in on Raikkonen, but not so fast. I genuinely thought he could take 1.5 seconds per lap from, Kimi, Vettel and the two Mercedes, but not so much, roughly a second. He's 13 seconds at the moment behind Raikkonen, and there are only 8 laps to go. If he can catch Raikkonen, it'll be a massive achievement. If he can get ahead of Raikkonen, it'll be legendary. Verstappen either made a mistake or those tires don't work on the Red Bull. Raikkonen went faster than Verstappen on that last lap. The gap was something like 13.8. Now it's 14.9. Those ultrasofts don't work on the Red Bull. And well, there we are. With 3 laps to go, Hamilton leads the way by 2.5 seconds from Bottas. Vettel is 3.3 behind Bottas after, well, he encountered some reluctant back markers to get out of his way, but he also made some mistakes. He went wide a couple of times. Raikkonen had a nothing race. He was off the pace of Vettel. And then there's the curious case of the Red Bulls. Verstappen, I genuinely thought, after he went that brilliantly in the first 10 laps, that he could genuinely challenge for a podium. And after he switched well late into the race to those ultrasofts, he just couldn't cut the gap to the cars in front. He came back 13-14 seconds behind Raikkonen, and now the gap is almost 16 seconds. How the hell can we explain that? And then there's Ricciardo. Apparently he had front wing damage. He's bound to finish 30 seconds, more than a pit stop behind his teammate. And he started effectively 1 place ahead. It was entertaining, I'll give that to this year's Russian Grand Prix. The first 2/3 of the race, let's say, were genuinely good. The soft was a tad too conservative. I think Pirelli should have nominated the super soft. The hyper soft was just not a race tire, which is fair enough. but I would have had the super softs as well. Well, there we are. Hamilton starts the final lap of this Russian Grand Prix, and he's bound to extend his lead at the top of the standings to 50 points ahead of Sebastian Vettel with 5 races to go. Hamilton is genuinely amazing after the summer break. And well, shall we tackle the elephant in the room? Those team orders to switch Bottas with Hamilton up front? As far as I'm concerned, it's all part of the game. It's as strategic element as are the pit stops. The championship is all that matters. Like I've said, I genuinely recommend to you Total Competition by Adam Parr and Ross Brawn. It's a must read for you know, any Formula One fan about the strategic element of the battles, which sometimes can go unnoticed. As Hamilton takes the checkered flag, 2.6 seconds ahead of Bottas for a Mercedes 1-2 in Russia. Vettel finishes P3, and he is now 50 points behind Hamilton with 5 races to go. Wow, 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 Ferrari! Well, it was good. It was genuinely good. From what? From Australia to Germany, I think? Brilliant job, Mercedes. I won't say brilliant job, Hamilton. Still, 70 victories. 70 Grand Prix victories for Hamilton. He's just 21 behind, I'm saying 21 victories behind the all-time record, Michael Schumacher's. Driver of the day, well, the fans voted for Max Verstappen, and I tend to agree. Although I will throw Charles Leclerc in there as well. I'll divide, one gets driver off and the other gets the day, if that makes sense, between Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. Charles had not the most thrilling of races, but he kept his head down, and let's not forget, the battle of the midfield is between 4-5 teams. The battle up front is between 3. And yes, Verstappen and Ricciardo, for that matter, carved their way through the field. They started P18 and 19 respectively, and they ended up P5 and 6. Fantastic! But it is mathematically proven that every single car both Max and Daniel overtook are slower than their Red Bulls. Leclerc had to battle with cars, if not better, then at least as good as his Sauber. So therefore, he is my joint driver of the day with Max Verstappen. As for the driver of the weekend, unquestionably in my book is Charles Leclerc. Qualified P7, finished P7. Brilliant job. Can't wait, I genuinely can't wait to see him alongside Vettel at Ferrari next year. So that was it, the Russian Grand Prix F1 2018. Let me know in the comments down below your driver of the day, your driver of the weekend, who impressed you the most, and well, we've talked about some topics here. Ocon, Kvyat, Verline, Sirotkin even. Let me know in the comments down below all your thoughts on this, please. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. See you next time with the predictions for Japan. It's back-to-back races. Yay! Hey! Thanks so much for watching. Drop a like if you think I've earned it. Share this video around on social media, and if you're new around here, why don't you subscribe for more Formula One content? It's absolutely free. Cheers!